Chapter 61. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As the meteor shower fell, the soldiers on the entire city wall cheered loudly. So amazing. Did the magicians take action? That the soldiers looked around, but they didn't see any magicians coming to support them. When the soldiers were confused, the commander in charge frowned and shouted. Go back to your positions. The demons will attack again soon. When the soldiers heard the commander's voice, they immediately restrained their expressions and returned to combat mode. Sir, my name is Dorn, and I am the commander here. What are you doing here? Dorn's tone was as respectful as it could be after seeing Lin Yuan release the earth-shattering spell. In response, Lin Yuan raised his head slightly, looked at the demons like a tide under the city, and said lightly. I am here to help you resist the demons' attacks. The reason why I said this is because Lin Yuan received a task prompt, hold on to the demons' attack for 30 minutes and defeat the demons' vanguard commander. Lin Yuan is now in an unknown plane, facing the invasion of demons. After Lin Yuan answered Dorn's question, Dorn was overjoyed. Thank you for your help from afar. On behalf of all the staff of the Red Fortress, I salute you. The demons' attack is very fierce. Please forgive me for not being able to entertain you. Dorn looked embarrassed. According to his previous understanding of mages, these people are used to a life of luxury. Food, clothing, housing and transportation all need to be taken care of by someone. They must be served comfortably before these mages are willing to help. Moreover, they are not doing it for free. They must be paid enough. When he thought of the reward, Dorn showed a difficult expression on his face. Sir, we are at war now, and the Red Fortress has no extra money. At this point, Dorn looked at Lin Yuan's expression, and after finding that Lin Yuan did not look unhappy, he said. Can you please make the first move, and we will pay you after the war is over. After saying this, Dorn was worried. He was worried that Lin Yuan would walk away in anger. In fact, Lin Yuan was full of questions. What's going on? Are the mages in this plane so arrogant? Take the money first and do the work later. However, Lin Yuan came here to complete the mission and didn't care about these little things. So he refused directly. No, I came here mainly to kill the demon's vanguard officer. Helping you is just a side job, so there is no need for compensation. Dorn couldn't believe Lin Yuan's answer. When did the mage who plucked feathers from a passing goose not want money? Is he still a mage? Then, Dorn suddenly realized. Oh. It turned out that he came here to gain military merit. Dorn thought of Lin Yuan as a super second generation who didn't care about money, but only about merit. This was naturally a good thing. So Dorn took the initiative to introduce the situation of the fortress to Lin Yuan. Sir, the fortress currently has 1,200 warriors, all of whom are professionals at around level 20, most of them are warriors and archers, and there are 30 priests. As for mages, there were none before you came. Hearing Dorn's introduction, Lin Yuan was somewhat silent. Do you want to resist the attack of the demons with these 1,200 soldiers? There are at least 10,000 or 20,000 endless demons outside the city. Although they are all level 5 or 6 soldiers, they are outnumbered. Even if they are enemies, Lin Yuan has to sigh that the demon race is really blessed by nature, not to mention the high-end combat power. There are 7 demons representing the 7 deadly sins of purgatory. There are also some ancient beings that have survived for countless years. The combat power is at the ceiling level. One person can even destroy a plane. There are even more low-end combat power. There are countless races such as inferior demons, little demons, and satyrs, and demons are all warlike. Rumor has it that the territory of the Purgatory Plane is expanding all the time. Now, the piece of land where Lin Yuan is located has been targeted by the demons. Fortunately, the Red Fortress welcomed Lin Yuan. The fortress next door is not so lucky. Yan Rui is confident. He entered the trial with full confidence. He thought he would kill everyone and become the savior, but reality gave him a loud slap in the face. The place where Yan Rui came to was also a fortress. It can't even be called a fortress. It is more appropriate to describe it as a sentry post. This sentry post has only 30 guards. It needs to resist the attack of hundreds of demons. During the first 2 waves, Yan Rui still felt very relaxed, because his skills are enough to kill low-level demon monsters in seconds, by the third wave, the attacking demon monsters were all level 10 and above. Yen Rui's group attack skills could not kill them instantly. The speed of clearing monsters with single skills is very slow. It was very difficult to get through 3 waves. By the 6th wave, all the soldiers at the sentry post had died. No one could attract monsters for Yen Rui. He tried his best, but only cleared the 6th wave. Before Yen Rui could take a breath and rest, the 7th wave of attack came again. In desperation, Yen Rui could only give up this trial. Challenge failed. Looking at the word failed, Yen Rui was a little lost. When he walked out of the portal, he happened to see his lackey waking up. The fat man came to Yen Rui with a flattering face. "Master, you're out. How's it going? Did you pass?" Yen Rui was already very upset about failing the trial, and the fat man's words were like a bowl of oil, pouring on the fire. Yen Rui's anger suddenly burst out. It was all because of that kid. If he hadn't affected me, that I would have performed better. Yes, it was all his fault. Yen Rui attributed his failure to the trial to Lin Yuan. After releasing a gust of war wind and clearing the 5th wave of monsters, Lin Yuan sneezed. "Who is talking bad about me behind my back?" Lin Yuan muttered and looked outside the fortress. At this moment, the war gale that Lin Yuan threw out was spreading in all directions. 5400000. Huge damage continued to float. The demons were still 200 meters away from the city wall when they were killed instantly by the spreading strong wind. This scene shocked the soldiers on the city wall. "Oh my God, who is this great wizard? He is so powerful. The range of this skill is too large. If this skill hits our fortress, there will be no one alive in the fortress in an instant. It's been a long time since I felt so relaxed." The veterans were talking to each other. The focus of their discussion was Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan, who was being watched by everyone, frowned. "The attack is a bit slow. After the previous waves of monsters were killed instantly, the demons were seamless. Why is the demons' attack so slow this time? It's been 3 minutes, the attacking demons haven't appeared yet." Lin Yuan was getting a little impatient, and wings grew from his back. Flying into the air, he flew towards the demon's base camp. "My lord, where are you going?" Dorn shouted anxiously from behind. "The demon's base camp has many fell cannons. The power of that thing is almost the same as that of the magic crystal cannon. One shell is comparable to a full-level A-level skill. If you go there rashly, you will suffer." Unfortunately, Lin Yuan was too fast and didn't hear Dorn's reminder. Lin Yuan spread his demon wings and flew to the front of the demon vanguard camp in less than 5 minutes. Coincidentally, as soon as he arrived at the gate of the camp, he encountered the demon army preparing to attack. So Lin Yuan was not polite. He threw out a meteor shower with his left hand and a war gale with his right hand. In an instant, the sky was dark. Chapter 62. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Little Demon Vanguard, LV13. HP, 34,000. Attack power, 700. Little Demon Throw a javelin at the target, causing 120% damage. Thousands of little demons had just stepped out of the camp. Meteorites and strong winds fell on their heads. The demon army that was about to attack failed. 3200000. 340000 explosions appeared in large numbers. The demon army was instantly killed. "Isn't this much faster?" Looking at the demon corpses on the ground, Lin Yuan nodded, extremely satisfied. Perhaps he felt that using skills at the door was not enough, so, Lin Yuan prepared to fly into the camp to take a look. But as soon as Lin Yuan approached the camp, a red mark appeared on his body. It could be seen from a distance of 100 meters, very eye-catching. Boom. Boom. Lin Yuan heard the sound of artillery fire, turned around and saw 2 pale green evil energy cannons firing at Lin Yuan. The shells fired from the barrels were as big as a cow. The evil energy emanating from the shells could be felt from a long distance. Bang. Bang. Lin Yuan was hit by 2 cannons without being able to dodge. Hit, 45,000, 45,000.2 shells caused 90,000 damage. Demons have this thing, the damage is not low. As soon as he stepped into the camp, he entered the attack range of the evil energy cannon. Lin Yuan estimated that the attack distance of the evil energy cannon was 1,000 meters. There were at least 40 or 50 cannons in the camp, not to be trifled with. Lin Yuan gave up the idea of destroying the camp. Just kidding, one cannon hit his 45,000 blood. .50 cannons fired several rounds, wouldn't he be dead? It's better to be safe. Anyway, his mission is not to destroy this demon camp, he just needs to block the door here. After thinking it through, Lin Yuan blocked the demon camp and started killing. This made Lin Yuan feel like he was fighting a legendary phantom spider. As soon as the monsters stepped out of the camp, they were greeted by Lin Yuan's 2 consecutive attacks of fire rain and strong wind. If it's not enough, add an annihilation black hole, instantly clear the screen. It would be great if these monsters could gain experience points, but what a pity. Since arriving here, Lin Yuan has killed tens of thousands of demons, calculating 1 point of experience per demon. He has gained tens of thousands of experience points. Unfortunately, for some reason, these demons do not add any experience points at all. 30 minutes passed in the blink of an eye, and the number of attacks has reached the 15th wave. The demon's level has long exceeded level 20. Satyr Vanguard. LV 25. HP, 90,000. Attack power, 1800. Evil attack, launch a powerful attack on the target, causing 130% damage and reducing the target's defense by 30%. This time, a demon guard wearing armor and holding a giant sword appeared with the demon army. Vanguard Commander Mars, LV 35, Elite. HP, 800000. Attack power, 50,000. Legion Horn. Blow the horn to increase the attack speed and movement speed of the surrounding demons by 50%. Legion Strike. Swing the giant sword to deal a powerful blow to the area within 5 meters in front, causing 500% damage and a chance to stun the target. As soon as this demon appeared, he saw Lin Yuan in the air. Humans. Mars's mind was a little confused. Isn't this the base camp of the devil? Why are there humans at the door? And Mars also noticed one thing: why are there so many devil corpses on the ground around him? They are almost piled up like a mountain. Who can tell me why there are so many demon corpses at the entrance of the camp? Mars's low voice sounded. The demons around looked at each other, not knowing how to answer. Please, didn't we come from the Legion portal together? You ask us, who should we ask? Mars, who didn't get an answer, was a little angry. He ordered the demons around to clear the road, clean up the corpses at the entrance. That's right, because of Lin Yuan's crazy killing, the demon corpses at the entrance of the camp piled up into a small hill. The exit was blocked. Mars and the satyrs took a lot of effort to move the corpses at the entrance. Follow me to attack. Before setting off, Mars looked up at Lin Yuan again. He thought that this should be a human scout. Humph, stupid and weak human, he can only do some sneaky things. He dare not compete with Mars openly. When I break through your city and occupy your land, I guess you will be scared and cry. Thinking of the scene of Lin Yuan crying, Mars actually felt a little funny. Ha 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 ha. Mars's laughter confused Lin Yuan. What was he laughing at? Did he know he was going to die, or was he crazy? Can demons also be crazy? Lin Yuan didn't know what Mars was thinking. If he knew, he would have used a skill to hit him in the face. Still crying, I'll make you cry for your parents. Even if he didn't know what Mars was thinking, Lin Yuan was not going to let them go. Seeing the demon army entering the attack range, an annihilation black hole was thrown over. A black hole emitting strong suction suddenly appeared under the feet of the demon army. After several rounds of experiments, Lin Yuan found that starting with the annihilation black hole was the best choice, because after this skill is released, it will emit a super strong suction force, sucking all the surrounding targets into the black hole. You can't run away, and the damage of the skill is not low. It can cause more than 5 million damage per second. The monster itself doesn't have much blood, so when the annihilation black hole came out, it directly killed most of the demons. Although Mars's magic resistance was much higher than that of other soldiers, he still couldn't escape. 3 seconds later, his body was swallowed by the annihilation black hole. You killed the Vanguard Commander Mars and successfully resisted the attack of the demon army for 30 minutes. You have successfully passed Trial 1.2. Reminder sounded, and Lin Yuan returned to the inside of the Mage Tower. Standing in front of the portal again, Lin Yuan saw that Trial 1 was completed. Without hesitation, Lin Yuan walked directly into Trial 2. Welcome to the Void Arena. This time, Lin Yuan came to an arena. Looking around, the entire arena space was the size of 10 football fields. There were spectator seats around. but the spectator seats were covered with a layer of fog, so Lin Yuan in the arena could not see if there were people there. How could this be different from what President Chen said? Isn't this the blood arena? Why is it the void arena? When Lin Yuan looked around, a green goblin suddenly jumped out and shouted. Let's see, there are newcomers coming to challenge the void arena. That the sudden appearance of the goblin startled Lin Yuan. When the goblin saw Lin Yuan's expression, a smug look flashed across his face. Let me see the challenger's occupation. That the green-skinned goblin took out a card with Lin Yuan's information on it. Oh my gold, look what I see. A dreamer who wants to inherit the Star Realm Mage. That the green-skinned goblin's expression was very exaggerated. He walked around Lin Yuan with his short legs and shouted loudly. Let's see if this human can successfully defeat other opponents in the next challenge. We will wait and see. Chapter 63. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Following the words of the Green Goblin, Lin Yuan's first opponent also arrived at the arena. This was a kobold assassin, Grim the Dog, LV20, assassin, HP, 180,000. Attack power, 16,000. Skills. The moment Lin Yuan saw the other party, he knew that the other party was also a professional like himself, Grim the Dog. In the panel, Lin Yuan could only see Grim the Dog's basic information, and could not see the other party's skills and talents. In contrast, Grim the Dog could only see Lin Yuan's basic information. When Grim saw Lin Yuan's HP of 68,000, he smiled smugly. Then, when Grim the Dog saw Lin Yuan's mana and attack power, he suddenly showed a shocked expression. What the hell, what's wrong with this human? How can his mana and attack power be so high? Can't he kill me in 2 or 3 skills? Grim the Dog showed a solemn expression on his face. His figure gradually disappeared. He entered stealth mode. If we talk about the opponent that the mage is most reluctant to meet, then the assassin must be ranked first. The elusive skills, super high skills and terrifying bursts. It was enough to kill many mages who had no time to prepare. Seeing that the kobold green was invisible, Lin Yuan put on an energy shield. Then he released the war wind in front of him. The assassin's stealth must be for a sneak attack. I will throw skills indiscriminately in front of me. I don't believe I can't hit you. The opponent's health is only 180,000. Lin Yuan's magic can kill the opponent instantly as long as it touches him. Hey, what's going on? Although the area of the arena is very large, Lin Yuan's 2 war winds have covered the entire area. However, there is no trace of the kobold assassin. Where did he go? Lin Yuan was still wondering, when suddenly, a thin figure appeared behind him. It was the kobold assassin. The kobold assassin was in the shadows, and he had obviously activated the shadow cloak. Shadow cloak, LV6. Description, provides temporary magic immunity and immediately removes all negative spell effects. While the cloak is active, it resists all negative spell effects for 6 seconds. It is with this skill that the kobold assassin can get behind Lin Yuan without fear of the spells released by Lin Yuan. The kobold assassin launched a bloody frenzy, and his attack speed instantly increased by 200%. Puff! Puff! In less than a second, he has already attacked 5 times. Immunity, -8,000, -16,000, -32,000, -64,000 consecutive attacks, knocking down 120,000 of Lin Yuan's shield value. This is because the first attack was immune, otherwise it would be more than 200,000. Seeing the damage on Lin Yuan's head, the kobold assassin smiled triumphantly. You little bastard. I have killed more than 20 mages like you. You think you can force me to show up with a range attack? How naive. Thinking of this, the kobold assassin couldn't help but laugh out loud. You are laughing at me. Lin Yuan heard the laughter of the kobold assassin and instantly became furious. He shot a cold shock at him. The kobold assassin was stunned. It didn't matter that he was stunned. Lin Yuan's spell hit the kobold assassin directly. -42,000. An explosive damage appeared on the head of the kobold assassin. This kobold was wearing a lot of magic resistance equipment, and Lin Yuan's skills did not exceed 500,000 damage, but this was enough. The health bar of the kobold assassin had been emptied. You have defeated the gnome green. The next battle will start in 30 seconds. After the gnome assassin was killed, his body disappeared instantly. A 30-second countdown began to appear in the sky. When the countdown reached 29, Lin Yuan began to reflect that he was still careless. Why didn't he just open his wings and fly into the sky? While he was flying into the sky, he kept bombing the ground with his skills. The gnome assassin might not survive for more than 1 second. Actually, it's not Lin Yuan's fault. Since changing his job, Lin Yuan has been too smooth. He has never met a difficult opponent. Perhaps the most dangerous battle was the one with the demon god, but that time Lin Yuan was just lucky. The gluttonous demon god fell into a dormant state, giving Lin Yuan an opportunity. If it was a head-on battle, Lin Yuan would probably be killed by the gluttonous demon god in one encounter. After the 30-second countdown, Lin Yuan met his new opponent. This is a two-headed ogre. Ogre mage lar, elite, LV 20.HP, 520,000. Mana, 10,000. Attack power, 65,000. Skills, slightly different from the previous kobold. This time the opponent is an elite template. After the battle began, he directly sent a cold shock. The ogre mage reacted quickly, casting spells with both hands. One hand covered himself with an anti-magic shell, and the other hand fired a series of explosions at Lin Yuan. Bang! 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 For explosions sounded, immune, 34,000, 34,000, 34,000. Lin Yuan originally thought it was just a spell, but who knew it would explode 4 times. What Lin Yuan didn't know was that the subsequent explosions were the ogre mage's talents. Talent, multicast, S-level. Description: ogre mage can cast spells quickly and increase the effectiveness of spells. There is a certain probability of casting the same spell multiple times in one casting, up to 6 times. This talent is really amazing. If it was the kobold assassin just now, he would have been killed instantly. Lin Yuan's passive skill has a relatively high magic resistance, which is immune to most damage, but he was still hit by about 100,000 damage. The ogre mage was stunned when he saw that Lin Yuan was not killed instantly, but the ogre mage had rich combat experience and reacted in an instant, casting a bloodthirst and magic armor on himself, increase his movement speed and magic resistance. Then, the ogre mage wanted to repeat the same trick and wanted to release a fire bombardment. This fire bombardment can have a stun effect. If he is lucky enough to hit a combo, Lin Yuan will probably be in danger. However, Lin Yuan was already prepared. His figure flashed and disappeared in front of the ogre mage in an instant. When the ogre mage turned around to look for Lin Yuan had already thrown an annihilation black hole at his feet. Swish. The ogre mage who fell into the black hole was swallowed up without even knowing what was happening. 560000. The magic resistance of the ogre is indeed high. The annihilation black hole only caused more than 500,000 damage, but it was enough to kill him instantly. In the following time, Lin Yuan fought 2 more battles, both ended in victory. The third battle was against a Naga witch, who was also a spellcaster. However, the only skill this Naga witch could use was a sleeping skill. Before she could use it, she was killed instantly by the war gale released by Lin Yuan. The fourth opponent was a bit interesting. It was an orc shadow assassin. He took the initiative in stealth and caused a lot of damage. Later, he used shadow clone and instant shadow to dodge 2 skills of Lin Yuan, but it was all in vain. Lin Yuan flapped his wings and flew, covering the ground in the air with bombing. The orc assassin in stealth state did not even show his figure. He died in the carpet bombing in such a frustrated way. Chapter 64. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After defeating 4 challengers in a row, the Green Goblin appeared again. Wow, the future Star Master is about to challenge our hero Gogger. Will he succeed? The green-skinned goblin shouted to the audience in front of Lin Yuan. The battle is about to begin. If you want to suppress it, please do it as soon as possible. The odds of Warhammer hero Gogger are 1 minute and 1.2 seconds, and the odds of Star Mage are 1 minute and 1.5 seconds. In the heart of the Green Goblin, Gogger is more optimistic. Before the Green Goblin finished speaking, a slightly naughty voice suddenly came from outside the field. I bet on the Star Realm Mage for 10 void fragments. As soon as these words came out, there was an uproar outside the venue. What? 10 void fragments? That's a big deal. The voice sounds very childish. I wonder if he can kill people and rob. Are you crazy? Do you know who just spoke? That was the crazy box. If you anger him, it doesn't matter if you die, but don't drag us down with you. The audience outside the venue whispered. Someone pointed out that the words just now came from the crazy box. Most people immediately lost their greed. In the silence, the owner of the Void Arena spoke. Andy, are you so optimistic about this little guy? That the owner of the Void Arena is a level 86 Void Walker named Bairu. Bairu does not have a fixed image. He looks like a blue fat man at the moment, a little cute, but if someone thinks that this person is easy to bully, Bairu will tell you what the real Void is. The child called Andy is the real body of the Box of Madness. His level is as high as level 89. He is only one level away from becoming a demigod. Therefore, Bairu, the owner of the Void Arena, is also very polite to Andy. You must know that Andy's reputation in the outside world is mixed. Some people say that he is crazy and terrible, and some people say that he is very kind. In short, Andy is a moody man, but Andy seems to be in a good mood today. Hearing Bairu's words, he smiled and replied. I think he's very interesting. After hearing the answer, Bairu showed no expression, and felt a little sympathy for Lin Yuan. Being targeted by the Box of Madness is not a good thing. I wonder if this little guy will be made into a new toy by Andy. Because of the fog, Lin Yuan didn't know that the people on the stage were talking about the bet. At this moment, the green goblin in the arena had disappeared, and he was replaced by a 5-meter-tall ogre. To be precise, it was a hybrid of an ogre and an orc. Google, hero. LV 20.HP, 220000. Mana, 50,000. Attack power, 280000. Skills, N/. The opponent this time is a hero, and he is from the Warhammer clan who is very good at fighting among the ogres. The 5-meter-tall body is very oppressive just standing there. Lin Yuan noticed that Gugger was emitting a faint white light all over his body. He was wearing a full set of platinum equipment. Lin Yuan was a little envious, that I haven't even put on a full set of platinum equipment myself, after the 30-second preparation time. Lin Yuan's eyes flashed with murderous intent. The arena is the place that can best stimulate a person's potential. After experiencing the previous few battles, Lin Yuan is no longer a rookie who passively takes a beating. He has learned to take the initiative. He put on an energy shield for himself at the beginning, then used the teleportation to set up phantoms everywhere in the arena. The movements of his hands did not stop, and the extreme cold shock was continuously launched, but the damage was not ideal. 54,000. 54,000. Ogres and orcs are naturally very resistant to magic. Gugger is a hybrid of the two. Inheriting the excellent genes of ogres and orcs, his magic resistance is unprecedentedly high. Moreover, Gugger did not stand there and passively take the beating. When Lin Yuan cast a spell, he also cast the blessing of his ancestors on himself to reduce the damage. It can cause nearly 1 million damage to other people, but it can only cause more than 50,000 to Gugger. Even this shocked Gugger. Such high damage. You should know that when facing other spellcasters, the highest damage that Gugir received was only more than 2,000. Now that he received 50,000 damage at once, how could Gugir not be shocked? Lin Yuan's spells were fired like machine guns. Even if Gugir had 2 million HP, it was obviously not enough to fight, so, after being attacked twice, Gugir released the spell deflection. And all the spells that Lin Yuan shot at Gugir were bounced away. Spell deflection, grading, old max. Description: in the next 10 seconds, all directional skills will not be able to hit you. As soon as Gugger's skill was activated, Lin Yuan no longer released the extreme cold shock. Instead, he threw an annihilation black hole under his feet. Just as the black hole was about to take shape, Gugger's figure flashed. Boom. With a heroic jump, he jumped high from the spot and landed exactly at the position of Lin Yuan. If he was stepped on, Lin Yuan would definitely fall into a coma. For a mage, entering a dizzy state in front of Gugger, it would be simply seeking death. So, Lin Yuan flashed and flew somewhere else, but who knew that Gugger, who landed, jumped high again and repeated the previous action. This is a chain jump he developed based on the heroic jump skill, but Gugger still miscalculated. Lin Yuan's teleportation can switch positions anytime and anywhere. With a whoosh, Lin Yuan returned to his previous position. Taking advantage of the opportunity before Gugger fell, he threw the annihilation black hole towards the ground. This time, Gugger had no way to dodge and took damage twice. 320000 320000. A skill dealt more than 600,000 damage to Gugger, but unfortunately it did not trigger the instant death effect. This completely angered Gugger, and he charged at Lin Yuan regardless of anything. Lin Yuan used a War Gale and the knockback effect of the edge to knock Gugger away. 12000. Then Lin Yuan directly cleared the blue bar and sent an extreme cold shock towards Gugger. 760000. An exaggerated damage appeared on Gugger's head. By now, Gugger's health was less than half. After that, Lin Yuan seized the opportunity and used his magic bombardment, meteor shower, War Gale, Annihilation. Black Hole took turns to attack. In less than 10 seconds, Gugger was already in a state of near death. After entering the near-death state, Gugger's whole body was blood red, triggering the fatal blow. Death blow. Unable to die within 5 seconds, attack power increased by 500%. In the death state, Gugger roared, used the skill Fatal Throw, and threw the spear in his hand towards Lin Yuan in midair. The spear hit Lin Yuan and caused a huge amount of damage. 250000. Phew, that was close. Seeing his mana drop by 20,000 points in an instant, Lin Yuan's heart was beating non-stop. He was just 1 point away from breaking his shield. Seeing that he couldn't take down Lin Yuan with his dying blow, Gugger stared with his eyes wide open and howled in dissatisfaction. I am a man who wants to be the strongest ogre, how could I die here? Noisy. Hearing the ogre's roar, Lin Yuan used an extremely cold shock to end his life. Chapter 65. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As soon as Gu Gear died, a reminder sounded in Lin Yuan's ears. You successfully defeated Gugger, hero, Void Arena points +1. You passed the trial too. The battle between Lin Yuan and Gugger was very short. It was simply a one-sided slaughter by Lin Yuan. During the whole process, Gugger caused 200,000 damage to Lin Yuan in a dying state, and it was all blocked by the shield. From the perspective of the audience outside the venue, Lin Yuan, a mage who has not changed his job, can do this. It is very terrifying, an ogre mage named Gar said angrily. This is unfair. The lowest level of this mage's skills is S level, or even SS level. How can he get into the low-level arena? That it's no wonder that Gar was so angry, because Gugger is the best ogre of their Warhammer clan this generation. Letting Gugger enter the Void Arena is also to let him achieve 100 consecutive wins in the low-level competition area. 100 consecutive wins will earn 500 points. In this way, Gugger can exchange for a Goran Heart. After fusing with the Goran Heart, Gugger, it is expected that the panel will be upgraded to Epic before level 20, take up the epic profession of Goran Hunter. But today, Gugger was killed by a human mage. This made Gar furious instantly. If the owner of the arena, Bairu, was not there, Gar would have rushed down to kill Lin Yuan. The owner of the arena, Bairu, also heard Gar's words, looked at Gar with his slightly cute body, and made an ethereal voice. Oh, are you questioning whether there is something fishy going on in the Void Arena? Gar was just complaining, but the arena owner replied. Gar was shocked. Damn. He was so mean. Gar was the most powerful ogre. He was used to being arrogant in the tribe and forgot about the occasion. Now, when he heard Bairu's questioning words, Gar panicked. Sir Bairu, I am not questioning your opinion. What I want to say is that this human must have used some item to hide his level. Otherwise, how can we prove that he can kill other professionals in seconds at level 20? Bailu heard this answer without any expression, and continued to ask in his ethereal voice. So, it was my fault that I didn't carefully check his eligibility. That this made Gar nervous. The eligibility of this human mage was actually checked by Bairu himself, who was standing behind him. Thinking of this, Gar broke out in a cold sweat. Just as he was about to reply, a childish voice interrupted him. Stop nagging me, get out of here, don't bother me looking for toys. Andy, the mad box, stood up, waved at Gar, and threw him into an unknown area. Gar was a level 78 war mage, but he had no power to fight back in front of Andy. It's finally quiet. Andy clapped his hands and said with a smile. Bailu, I want to take this toy away, do you have any objection? After hearing Andy's words, Bailu replied, he is not from the Void Arena. If you want to take him away, please do as you please. According to Bailu's words, this means that he doesn't care about Lin Yuan at all, so, Andy gently swiped and pulled out a clock from the space crack. This clock was the Lemmy that Lin Yuan had seen before. However, at this moment, Lemmy's level has been upgraded to level 70, the attributes have been greatly improved. Lemmy, go and bring my new toy over here. After Andy gave the order, Lemmy jumped to the center of the arena. Lin Yuan was startled. Punctual Lemmy, crazy creation, LV70.HP, 120000000. Attack, 250000. Skill 1, punctuality, effect. Lemmy hates being late and is immune to all skills that require casting. Skill 2, complete madness, effect. Lemmy turns into a crazy destroyer, with his HP increased by 800%, his attack power increased by 800%, and his defense reduced to 0. Skill 3, time management, effect. Lemmy throws out pointers to cause different effects. The second hand causes 300,000 damage per second for 60 seconds. The minute hand causes 500,000 damage, causing the target to fall into a state of unconsciousness. The hour hand causes 1 million explosion damage within a range of 100 plus 100. Skill 4, time stagnation, effect. After receiving fatal damage, it enters a stagnant state, recovering 10% of its HP per second for 3 seconds. In the stagnant state, it cannot be harmed and cannot perform any actions. A huge monster suddenly jumped out in front of him. Lin Yuan was stunned and cursed randomly. Damn, why did this thing appear again? Lin Yuan obviously still remembered the huge monster in front of him, back in the fairy garden. If Lin Yuan hadn't been lucky enough to trigger the dispelling effect of the silent field, he would have been dead long ago. Isn't this a toy of the box of madness? How could it appear here? I don't want to fight this thing, it's better to just kill me. The moment Lin Yuan saw Lemmy, his mind was full of thoughts. After a long time, Lin Yuan said, Mr. Watchmaker, have you come to the wrong place? Lemmy shook the huge pendulum and replied mechanically. You are a new toy, Andy asked me to catch you. As he said that, the pendulum slowly moved towards Lin Yuan, ready to catch him. Lin Yuan was about to use the teleportation, but he found that he could not move, and his face was full of horror. How is this going? That you have fallen into Lemmy's clockwork stance and cannot use spells other than time, clockwork stance. Is this the so-called stance suppression? Lin Yuan had felt the elemental force field on Qin Yuang before. It was not as terrifying as Lemmy in front of him. There were no time-related spells in his skill list. Wasn't he a lamb to be slaughtered? Damn, I'm not going to die, I'm still a virgin. Oh no, I haven't changed my job yet. Just when Lin Yuan was about to despair, a slightly vicissitudes of life voice came from the void. Enough. The moment the voice fell, Lemmy's whole body crashed and broke into pieces. There was a glowing stone among the pieces. Ring, clock core, dark gold, upgradable, wearing requirements. Gain the favor of the Mad Box. Attributes, HP plus 50,000, HP recovery speed plus 200%, time stagnation. After active use, enter the stagnant state, recovering 10% of HP per second, lasting 3 seconds, unable to be harmed and unable to perform any actions in the stagnant state. The clock was broken, and Lin Yuan regained his mobility. Then Lin Yuan's divinity flashed, and the whole person was teleported to the inside of the mage tower in the star realm. Wow, it's the celestial mage Magna. Wasn't he fighting the Dark Titan? Why is he here? It was really Magna herself, and she rescued the human just now. Could it be that the wizard just now was really the successor of Magna? This is very interesting. Since Andy made his move just now, the audience outside the venue had an expression of watching a good show, and they really waited for a good show. Chapter 66. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The level of the Star Mage Magna is 91, a real demigod, while Andy is 89, a quasi-demigod. If the two of them fight, it will be a good show, but to the disappointment of other viewers, Magna and Andy did not fight at all. Andy saw Magna's tired face and said with a smile, I'll leave my toys with you for a while, and I'll ask for them back after I become a demigod. After saying that, Andy waved his hand and resurrected the broken Remy. However, after the resurrection, Remy's level became level 60 again. Let's go. Andy swiped towards the void, tore open a space crack, and crawled in. The main characters had left, and the other spectators naturally had no reason to stay, so they tore open the space cracks and left. Before Magna left, she took a deep look at Bairu, and then her figure disappeared. Not long after Lin Yuan was teleported back to the Mage Tower, he saw a woman in a purple robe appear in front of him. This woman was Magna. Magna looked at the young Lin Yuan and said slowly, "You have passed the initial test. Wait until you reach level 30 for the next test." Magna did not give Lin Yuan a chance to speak. She threw Lin Yuan an almost broken staff. Without her making any movement, Lin Yuan was teleported away. As Lin Yuan left, he was the only one left in the Mage Tower again. Magna sighed. "Time is running out." Then Magna's figure flashed and disappeared. On the other side, Lin Yuan left the Mage Tower and returned to the Mage Association. "You came out so soon." Chen Yuang, who had been waiting at the door, was surprised. Then he saw Lin Yuan holding a broken staff in his hand. His eyes widened, and he pulled Lin Yuan to his office with a teleportation. Chen Yuang pointed at the staff in Lin Yuan's hand and said, "Did you pass the trial?" Lin Yuan nodded and said, "I passed." Then he shook his head and said, "I just passed the first step. The next trial will be at level 30. Chen Yuang narrowed his eyes and thought, "It's about what I expected. When I changed my job to an elemental mage, I also went through 2 trials." Then, Chen Yuang asked Lin Yuan about the content of the trial. Lin Yuan answered truthfully how he resisted the demon army and the experience of fighting in the void arena. "What? You fought off tens of thousands of demon armies by yourself? You also fought with professionals of other races in the void arena?" Chen Yuang's tone changed. "Why is the content of the trial different from his own?" In the first level, he just resisted the attack of thousands of demons, and in the second level, he fought with a group of professionals of other races in a place called the Blood Arena. Why is the difficulty increased by dozens of times when it comes to Lin Yuan? Chen Yuang has not only heard of the Void Arena, but also been there, so Chen Yuang knows the value of the Void Arena. There are hidden dragons and crouching tigers in it. Some races with unique advantages are born epic templates, and their attributes alone can crush professionals of other races. Lin Yuan can defeat a hero-level professional, and his strength is evident. Chen Yuan looked up and down at Lin Yuan. "I thought I had overestimated you, but I didn't expect that I still underestimated you." Lin Yuan smiled embarrassedly when he heard Chen Yuan praise him. President Chen praised it. Then, Lin Yuan thought of some questions and asked Chen Yuan, "President Chen, why was it that when you opened the elemental force field, I could use skills, but I couldn't use skills under other people's force fields?" Then, Lin Yuan told Chen Yuan about his encounter with the crazy creatures in the Void Arena. When he mentioned that a woman in a purple robe gave him a staff, Chen Yuan's expression finally changed. You are awesome." Chen Yuang suddenly didn't know what to say. The box of madness was the closest to a demigod. He was interested in Lin Yuan, and he didn't know whether it was a blessing or a curse. Fortunately, the Star Mage Magna took action, otherwise Lin Yuan would have been made into a toy. Speaking of Magna, Chen Yuang felt a little bit of a toothache. Lin Yuan actually alarmed this adult. Could it be that this adult actually fell in love with Lin Yuan and wanted to take Lin Yuan as his apprentice? This was not easy to deal with. A magician who was less than 4 turns was competing with a demigod for an apprentice. The old man hanged himself, because he thought his life was too long. When Chen Yuang was thinking, Lin Yuan suddenly coughed. Cough cough. "Chairman Chen, you haven't answered my question yet." Seeing that Chen Yuang had been lost in thought for almost 10 minutes, Lin Yuan couldn't wait any longer and interrupted Chen Yuang's thoughts. After coming to his senses, Chen Yuang thought about Lin Yuan's question and cleared his throat and replied. "The function of my elemental force field is to weaken the enemy's damage while increasing my own damage." After saying this, fearing that Lin Yuan didn't understand, Chen Yuan took Lin Yuan to the training ground. "Let's have a real fight here." As he said this, he released an elemental force field towards Lin Yuan. "Hit me with your magic." Chen Yuan signaled Lin Yuan to use magic to attack him. Lin Yuan thought about it and fired an extreme cold shock at Chen Yuan. 1200. A not-so-high damage appeared on Chen Yuan's head. "So strong." "Fuck." Lin Yuan said the first sentence, and Qin Yuan thought the second sentence. Lin Yuan felt that Qin Yuan's elemental force field was too powerful, it directly weakened him into a mentally retarded child. The damage he dealt was less than 1,000. Qin Yuan was shocked. This kid could deal thousands of damage under my elemental force field. If I didn't open the elemental force field, wouldn't he be able to deal me hundreds of thousands of damage? What a freak, Qin Yuan muttered in his heart, and then explained. The attacks of enemies in the elemental force field will be weakened by most of the time, but if the opponent also opens a force field, then some of the effects will be exempted. If the opponent's force field is stronger than mine, then I will fall into the opponent's force field suppression. Do you understand? Lin Yuan nodded, not quite understanding. I understand a little bit. Qin Yuan knew that Lin Yuan would not know it at his current level, so Qin Yuan prepared to popularize the knowledge of each level to Lin Yuan. The period before level 20 is called the novice period. At this stage, as long as the professional is careful and cautious, most of them have the hope of reaching level 20. Level 20 is a threshold. Some people with poor talents or occupations have a hard time passing the first level trial. Lin Yuan knows all this, as he has been taught in school. What Qin Yuan is going to say next is something that has not been taught in school. After reaching level 20, you will have a chance to encounter professionals from other races or other planes in the abyss. If you encounter a good person, it's okay and there will be no fight. But if you encounter an evil person or a professional who enjoys killing, then it will be terrible. At level 40, you can be called a true professional after passing the second transformation, because after level 40, professionals will understand the specialization of their respective professions, and their specialization will be strengthened, and professionals will undergo a qualitative change. When you reach the third level, which is level 60, you will gradually master the force field. My specialty is elemental control, and on top of that, I created the elemental force field. Chapter 67. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As for level 60 and above, it's still a bit far for you. The first thing in front of you is the job change trial. If you fail the job transfer trial, you will have to wait 7 days before you can challenge again. After Qin Yuan finished talking to Lin Yuan still had a question in his mind, which was about the gluttonous demon god. President Qin, you didn't mention the situation above level 80. Does it mean that those above level 80 will have divinity attached to them? Lin Yuan's question made Qin Yuan stunned, and then he nodded. That's right. Qin Yuan didn't know where Lin Yuan heard about the divinity, but since he asked, Qin Yuan told him in detail. Above level 80, after the fourth transformation, the professional will have an additional attribute, which is divinity. Divinity can be used for both attack and defense. 1 point of divine attack can offset 1 point of divine defense. If you don't have divine defense, you will be crushed when facing divine attacks. Similarly, if your attack does not have divinity attached, then you won't even be able to break the divine defense. Let me give you a simple example. You know Tu Yang, who is known as the strongest paladin in the human race. He had already obtained 5 points of divinity before changing his job, and it was doubled to 10 points after the job change. In order to fight the demon, he directly added all his divinity to the attack. In order to get rid of the demon, he deliberately concealed the news that he had changed his job and announced to the public that he was going to change his job. Although the outside world was saying that Tu Yang was ambushed, in fact, Tu Yang was the one who took the initiative to attack. Taking advantage of the gluttonous demon god's underestimation of the enemy and advancing recklessly, Tu Yang activated the power of holy light, transformed into the king's guard, and took the initiative to attack. The divine defense of the gluttonous demon god was 7 points, and Tu Yang relied on the extra 3 points of divinity to blow up the divine body of the gluttonous demon god. Even the gluttony domain was shattered by Tu Yang. Unfortunately, the support of the other 2 demons was too fast, and Tu Yang failed to completely kill the gluttonous demon god. In a few decades, the gluttonous demon god may come back again. After listening to Qin Yuan's explanation, Lin Yuan muttered in his heart that the gluttonous demon god should not appear again because he has been killed by me. Of course, killing the demon god was too shocking. Lin Yuan did not say it. After understanding the gap between the levels, Lin Yuan first thanked Tu Yang in his heart. if it were not for him, he would not have encountered the seriously injured gluttonous demon god. This is indeed the case. The gluttonous demon god was worried that he would be attacked while repairing the damage to his soul. It took 5 years of hard work to recondense 1 point of pseudo-divine armor. I thought that with the pseudo-divine armor, I could sit back and relax and repair the damage to my soul, but who knew that I would meet a freak like Lin Yuan? He was able to weaken the magic resistance of the divine armor. Lin Yuan was able to kill the gluttonous demon god. And the skill of arcane brilliance made a great contribution. Now, Lin Yuan realized how lucky he was in the previous battle. If Lin Yuan had not obtained the skill book at that time, or the gluttonous demon god was conscious, Lin Yuan would definitely not be alive now. That was a close call. Lin Yuan secretly rejoiced in his heart and decided to be more careful when encountering higher-level enemies in the future. After his doubts were resolved, Lin Yuan remembered that Magna had thrown him a broken staff. Picking up the staff, Lin Yuan saw the attributes of this equipment: weapon, Alioneth, colorful, damaged, wearing requirements, intelligence 10,000. Attributes: intelligence plus 1%, vitality plus 1%, arcane affinity, reduce spell consumption by 10%, space-time beacon, open a portal to the astral mage tower. No matter where you are, the astral world is your home. Others, omitted. Alioneth once shone in a world until its world was destroyed by the Dark Titan. Lin Yuan was looking at the staff in his hand. Qin Yuan next to him also leaned over to check the attributes of the staff. Aelins, I seem to have heard of this name. Then Qin Yuan snapped his fingers, and a book appeared in his hand. Found it. Aelins was originally an elemental creature, and was later shaped into a staff by the previous generation of celestial wizards. The staff is just one of its forms. At its peak, this staff once defeated the lazy demon Belia and his demon army. Later, the world where Aelins lived was invaded by the Dark Titan. The staff was shattered by the Dark Titan's magic in the War of Annihilation and finally disappeared. Lin Yuan narrowed his eyes when he heard that the staff in his hand had such a great origin. Qin Yuan threw the book in his hand to Lin Yuan and said with envy, I didn't expect that person would actually give you this staff. It's obvious that he has great confidence in you. Lin Yuan agreed with this statement. He didn't expect that Magna was not only strong, but also had such a good eye for people. Love it. Looking at the staff in his hand, Lin Yuan imagined that he would hold the staff and kill the infernal devil in the near future. Seeing Lin Yuan's love for it, Qin Yuan's words were like pouring cold water on him. Don't be too happy too soon. Alioneth is now on the verge of breaking. If you want to restore it to its previous state, I don't know how much precious materials and elemental energy it will cost. Lin Yuan thought it was right. He hadn't even passed the first turn yet, so why was he thinking about it? So Lin Yuan planned to say goodbye. Chairman Chen, I am sorry to bother you today. It's not a big deal. After saying this politely, Qin Yuan left his contact information to Lin Yuan. If you encounter any problems that you can't solve, just call me. Don't be polite to me. Remember, the Alliance is your loyal backer at all times. Lin Yuan nodded heavily after hearing this. I will. After that, Lin Yuan used the teleportation array to return to Tianfeng City. Seeing Lin Yuan leave, Qin Yuan pondered for a long time and finally decided to contact President Good. After hearing Qin Yuan's report, Good was surprised. Magna personally rescued Lin Yuan. Then she seemed to have thought of something and said, the Scourge cult has made another big move recently. You should pay attention and don't let the Scourge cult's people hurt Lin Yuan. Chen Yuang nodded and hung up. When the Scourge cult was mentioned, Chen Yuang's eyes flashed with murderous intent. Then he opened the contact and issued a bounty within the Mage Association. From now on, anyone who kills an ordinary member of the Scourge cult will get 1 point. Anyone who kills the Scourge cult leader will get 10 points. Anyone who kills the Scourge church deacon will get 50 points. Anyone who kills the Scourge cult apostle will get 500 points, and anyone who kills the deputy leader will get 3,000 points plus an S-level skill book. As soon as this bounty was issued, the mages went crazy. It was too difficult to earn points at ordinary times. Now you can get them by killing a Scourge cult member. The mages at home couldn't sit still. One by one, they were thinking about how to find the Scourge cult members hiding in the dark. Those who were confident in their own strength even used themselves as bait to fish. Chapter 68. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It was already late when Lin Yuan returned to Tianfeng City. Seeing that Zhang Fan and his friends were still in the abyss, Lin Yuan went back home to rest. The next day, Lin Yuan received a call from Zhang Fan and his friends early in the morning. "Ah Yuan, come to the holy tower quickly, something bad has happened." After saying that, he hung up the phone, leaving Lin Yuan confused. When Lin Yuan arrived at the holy tower, he found that many professionals had gathered here. "Ah Yuan, today the holy tower issued a reminder that the purgatory demons are preparing to invade Blue Star in an all-out manner. The first step is to target our low-level professionals, blah blah." Through Zhang Fan's narration, Lin Yuan understood what happened. Someone in the purgatory plane used the rule contract to tamper with the trial of the first transfer of human professionals. The content of the trial was changed to Legion Combat. This time the trial covers all the countries on Blue Star. In other words, this time, Lin Yuan will transfer his job together with professionals from other countries. The rules are like this: the place where the two sides fight is a random demi-plane. Each with a base camp. The base camp itself is guarded by many natives of the demi-plane. There are 3 routes that the two sides can fight, and there are 2 ways to win. One is to kill all the professionals of the other side, and the other is to destroy the core buildings of the other side's camp. After figuring out the rules, Lin Yuan's face was a little funny. Isn't this a real-life version of LOL? Is the commander-in-chief of the purgatory invasion of Blue Star this time still a game fan? When Lin Yuan felt that it was a bit child's play, someone on the purgatory side obviously questioned it. "Mammon, what kind of crappy rules did you make? We are not in an advantageous position." In the purgatory plane, a demon as huge as a mountain spoke. The one who spoke exuded infinite power. His identity was none other than Samel, the angry demon god, one of the 7 demon gods. Samel's body was thousands of feet tall, and his gestures had the power to destroy the world. The Mammon he was talking about was none other than Mammon, the greedy demon god, who was also one of the 7 demon gods. Mammon was the commander-in-chief of this invasion, and he made the rules of the trial. Hearing Samel questioning him, Mammon's eyes flashed with displeasure. What a brainless idiot. Although he cursed in his heart, he still gave an explanation. "Our target this time is the elite professionals among the humans on Blue Star. I have secretly bribed many professionals from the Scourge cult to work for us. We will use them to disrupt the elite job transfer trials among the humans on Blue Star. As for the ordinary human professionals, what can they do even if they pass the job transfer?" And Mammon is not without backup. He has prepared many tricks based on the loopholes in the rules. After Mammon explained, Samel finally understood Mammon's intention. His body suddenly shrank to the size of a human. "Then I'll wait for your good news." Samel looked quite funny after shrinking, with a shiny head and a face full of flesh, looking like a fool with a lot of money. Purgatory has already laid a trap, and now it's just waiting for the human side to take it. Lin Yuan obviously hasn't realized this yet. He and Zhang Fan have formed a team and chose to start the trial. This job transfer trial should be the last time to form a team. After the job transfer is successful, it can be regarded as fulfilling the promise with Zhong Bo. Entering the portal, Lin Yuan and his friends were teleported to a strange place. "You have entered the Silver Forest." Lin Yuan had just arrived here for a few seconds when he heard a noisy sound. "Damn, it's an elf. Really, look at these legs and this figure, they are absolutely amazing. Nanny, is this the place for the trial?" The first 2 sentences were in the language of Zhongzhou, but how come the last 2 sentences became Neon language? Are there any unruly people among us? Lin Yuan turned his head and saw that there was indeed a young man with a wretched look and a mustache among the professionals. There was a lustful look in his eyes, which was unpleasant. After a few dozen seconds, many more professionals appeared near Lin Yuan. In the end, Lin Yuan found that there were as many as 500 professionals around him. After everyone arrived, everyone received a prompt. Winning conditions: kill all the opposing professionals or destroy the demon fortress. The demon will arrive at the battlefield in 10 minutes, please be prepared. Lin Yuan looked up and saw an elf girl holding a longbow and wearing silver armor walking towards him. Elf Ranger, Leah, Hero, LV 25. HP, 3000000. Mana, 50,000. Attack power, 150,000. Skills, Scatter, Chain Arrow, Shock Arrow, stars shining. A hero of the elves. Her beautiful appearance and superb attributes make people around her drool. Gulp. The Japanese professional swallowed his saliva. This man was called Yamada. With greed in his eyes, Leah seemed to feel his malicious gaze, and looked at him with cold eyes. In an instant, Yamada's back was covered with cold sweat. Yamada saw the cold murderous intent in Leah's eyes. If he stared at Leah again, his head would be shot in the next second, so, Yamada lowered his head very tactfully. Lin Yuan and Zhang Fan were very close to Yamada. Several people saw Yamada's actions, but didn't say anything. His eyes are on others, and he likes to see who is his freedom. At this time, more than 20 aggressive professionals came from a distance. Judging from their clothes, they are all Japanese professionals. The leader has an evil ghost mask on his head and 2 swords on his waist. This dress looks like a hidden profession in Neon Country. Oni warrior, after these 20 people came here, the leader spoke, you all listen to my command this time, and I guarantee that you can pass the trial. Yamada heard this man speak, and he also flattered beside him. Master Matsui has a hidden profession with S-level talent. You can't go wrong if you listen to him. Chapter 69. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yamada spoke loudly, and when he saw that everyone around him was paying attention to him, he rolled his eyes and shouted even louder. Master Matsui is a noble Oni warrior. He once cleared the nightmare difficulty of the abyss alone. He was a strong man who could fight against hundreds of people alone. If you want to win this trial, you have to rely on Master Matsui. He flattered everyone and shouted hard, don't say it, I really think what he said is right. Professionals from Kimchi Country and Curry Country all believed it. Are you telling the truth? Is he really that powerful? Yes, we haven't seen a professional with S-level talent. You have to show us a few tricks. Many professionals from other countries who were eager to watch the fun were talking about this. For a while, the scene was chaotic. Yamada saw that his words attracted many professionals, and a triumphant smile appeared on his face. He leaned over to Matsui's ear and whispered a few words. After Matsui nodded in agreement, Yamada pointed to the dummy wooden stake not far away and shouted. Hearing is not as good as seeing. You should know how powerful Master Matsui is. After Yamada finished speaking, Matsui drew his sword and stopped 5 meters away from the dummy. He then sent out 2 sword energies, -15,000, -20,000. Then Matsui charged for 1.5 seconds and launched another slash. A huge amount of damage of 50,000 appeared on the head of the dummy. After finishing, Matsui sheathed his sword with a look of relief on his face. Hiss, such high damage, is this the power of S-level talent? Not only does he have S-class talent, he is also a hidden professional ghost warrior. The combination of the two makes him so terrifying. Many of the professionals present were shocked by Matsui's damage. Standing behind him, they counted carefully and found that there were about 100 people. Matsui saw that his goal had been achieved and a smug smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Seeing this smile, Yamada urged again, why don't you Zhongzhou people move? Aren't you afraid that Lord Matsui will be angry? Yamada's words were threatening, which made many Zhongzhou professionals feel very uncomfortable. Lin Yuan was even more so. He frowned, feeling a little unhappy, and said unceremoniously, what are you barking at here? How dare you talk like that? Yamada raised his eyebrows and said angrily, a fragile mage dares to shout, let me teach you a lesson. After saying that, Yamada suddenly threw more than a dozen darts at Lin Yuan. The sound of ding 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 reached everyone's ears, and the professionals in Zhongzhou were very angry. You actually attacked me by surprise. How despicable. Damn ninja, they only know how to do this kind of tricks. Hearing these people's curses, Yamada laughed and said, humph, this is the fate of questioning Master Matsui. He thought Lin Yuan was dead for sure, but when he looked at Lin Yuan again, his heart was shocked. How could it be? Lin Yuan stood there as if nothing had happened, but his eyes were full of unhappiness. You little bastard, you've had enough, right? He raised his hand and fired an extremely cold shock. If this skill hits, Yamada will not be able to die even if he has 10 lives. However, this skill was blocked by Matsui. A blood-red light emerged from his body, activating the ghost flash, making him immune to this damage. Seeing this, Lin Yuan wanted to continue attacking and kill these annoying guys. Unexpectedly, an angry voice came. Enough. Leah, the elf commander, came over. The demons are about to attack, and you are fighting among yourselves. Roll over and fight, or I will not be polite. Leah was furious, and no one dared to refute. Matsui was the first to put away his weapons. I was reckless. Matsui was good at admitting defeat, and immediately turned around and left with the people around him. Lin Yuan didn't want to conflict with Leah, so he naturally didn't fight again. Fortunately, Matsui and his gang didn't do anything radical, otherwise Lin Yuan would have died with one skill. When leaving, Yamada rolled his eyes and shouted. I want to follow Master Matsui on the road together. Yamada shouted, and many professionals from other small countries followed them, nearly 200 people. Among them, there were actually many professionals from Zhongzhou. There was one person among them that Lin Yuan would definitely recognize if he saw him. This person was Chen Bin. At this moment, Chen Bin was wearing a black cloak and a mask, hiding in the crowd. Before he left, he secretly glanced in Lin Yuan's direction. Wait for death. Chen Bin did not forget the purpose of coming here, which was to destroy Lin Yuan's trial mission. Before that, Chen Bin had to hide himself first and not let Lin Yuan find out. After Matsui and his group left, the remaining people were basically professionals from Zhongzhou. Zhang Fan looked around and shouted, I am a shield warrior with A-level talent. Do you have any objection to me leading the team? Then he showed off his shiny equipment. Wow, awesome. Others were delighted when they saw Zhang Fan's equipment and talent. With such an awesome shield warrior here, they were safe. However, no matter how awesome Zhang Fan was, he was still alone. There were two roads here, so how should he defend? Zhang Fan realized that many people were staring at him, and he immediately understood what these people were worried about, so Zhang Fan discussed with Lin Yuan and said loudly. Believe me and follow me. Zhang Fan raised his arm and called out, and quite a few people responded. However, someone in the crowd still asked. We are going to the bottom lane. What about the middle lane? If the demons attack the middle lane, we will definitely lose. This person's words also make sense. Many professionals looked at Zhang Fan eagerly, asking him to make a decision. Zhang Fan pointed his finger at Lin Yuan and said confidently. Let him take charge of the middle lane. Zhang Fan's answer instantly made many people frown. This is too much of a joke. The middle lane is so important, but it is left to one person to defend. Yes, if he was left alone to defend the middle lane, wouldn't that be sending him to die in vain? At least half of the people should be left to defend the middle lane. Many professionals expressed their opinions, thinking that although Zhang Fan was strong, the decision he made was very unwise. Chapter 70. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Everyone, be patient. Zhang Fan looked at the time. It was less than 5 minutes before the demons attacked. He couldn't waste any more time here, so Zhang Fan said to everyone. The guy next to me is a tough guy who can solo the Hell Abyss. With him around, not even a small demon fly can fly over to the middle lane. After Zhang Fan's introduction, many professionals were still skeptical, but there were still many professionals who had heard of Lin Yuan's name. Is he Lin Yuan? Great, I'm sure I'll pass the first job mission this time. Is he Lin Yuan, the so-called Hell Terminator? I didn't expect him to be so handsome. These professionals below recounted Lin Yuan's achievements in the shortest possible time: Hell's Goblin Forest, Hell's Fairy Garden, Hell's Twilight Town, Hell's Bloody Monastery. Just 2 days after awakening, he has done what many professionals cannot do in their lifetime. It is said that Lin Yuan's talent is even SS or SSS level, a golden thigh. Then, Lin Yuan posted 2 skills on the public screen. Extreme Cold Shock, S level, Arcane Brilliance, S level. These 2 skills are still Lin Yuan's weakest. Lin Yuan did not dare to use his SS level skills, for fear of scaring them to death. The 2 S level skills instantly silenced all the other professionals. S level skills. This is too awesome, it's actually an S level skill. These 2 skills instantly ignited the other professionals. All the professionals no longer objected, they followed Zhang Fan to the bottom lane. Be careful. Before leaving, Lin Yuan gave his alchemy stone, a jewelry he had before, to Zhang Fan. He also gave the fairy wings and some equipment that he had replaced before to Zhang Fan. In this life, Lin Yuan only has Zhang Fan as a good brother. He doesn't want Zhang Fan to get into trouble, otherwise he can only take care of his wife and children. Oh, if there are no children, then he can only take care of his girlfriend who has not yet married. Seeing Lin Yuan take out the equipment, Zhang Fan didn't say anything polite, but he kept it in mind. After receiving the equipment, he patted his chest to show that there was no need to worry. After these professionals left, Lin Yuan was the only one left in the square. Seeing that the elf commander Leah was frowning, Lin Yuan asked, "General Leah, are there any heroes like you in the enemy's base camp?" Leah nodded, yes. Then she asked in confusion, "Are you the only one responsible for guarding the middle lane? Do you plan to give up the middle lane and let the other two lanes gain the advantage? You must know that if the opponent's forces are concentrated in the middle, you may not be able to resist at all. If the number of demons is too large, I will not be able to resist for long. There are also many evil professionals on the demon side. Some of these professionals have the blood of purgatory, and some are races seduced and corrupted by demons. Their combat effectiveness is generally stronger than that of ordinary professionals." Leah was very pessimistic about Lin Yuan's behavior of defending the middle alone, but she couldn't stop it. Looking at the tree of life behind her, Leah sighed helplessly. "Am I going to die here today?" Lin Yuan didn't hear this sigh. He had already set off to fly to the middle road. Yes, he flew, others walked, but Lin Yuan flew. Lin Yuan's speed was very fast. When he arrived at the middle wall, he found that the demon army was still galloping on the road. "Hellhounds, demon guards, satyrs, what are those?" Lin Yuan on the city wall saw a monster he had never seen before appear in the demon camp. The monster was wearing black armor and holding a hammer in his hand, making a clanging sound when walking. Demon Soul Armor, Elite, LV 20. HP, 500,000. Attack Power, 30,000. Defense Heavy Armor, Armor plus 2,000, 50% reduction in melee damage. Revenant, after the death of the Demon Soul Armor, it will turn into a Revenant, causing 20,000 damage to the surrounding enemies. Such a difficult elite monster appeared on the purgatory side. Isn't this cheating? What about the fair fight you promised? Why can you send elites on the purgatory side? In fact, this is what Mammon deliberately left. This Demon Soul Armor was just made. Before entering here, these Demon Soul Armors were just ordinary Demon Soul Messengers. They can become what they are now, all thanks to those armors. These armors are carefully researched by Mammon. The purpose is to give humans a surprise. Mammon did not make many armors this time, only 10,000. There are less than 10 scattered in each trial task. Now, there are 6 Demon Soul Armors in front of Lin Yuan. More than half. Seeing the demons getting closer and closer to the city wall, Lin Yuan spread his wings and flew down the wall, releasing a gust of war wind towards the place where the demons were most concentrated. 5300000, 330000. Damage numbers were floating in a large area. The number of demons was reduced by half. This scared the commander of the demons. "Stop!" The commander of the middle lane of the demon side is a vampire named Medela, but he also has another identity, that is, the trumpet of a certain human leader in purgatory. The vampire clan is quite conceited. Medela is even more so. Before he set out, he signed a military order with the demon general Benis. He must be the first of the 3 routes to break through the city wall. Therefore, Benis gave Medela 6 magic soul armors. In fact, he brought this group of magic souls to die, with the purpose of making the human side win. Medela, full of confidence, rushed all the way with his followers. When they were about to see the city wall, half of Medela's soldiers evaporated in an instant. Medela was shocked, and at the same time he was a little confused. When did such a powerful professional appear on the human side? Medela waved his hand and signaled the troops to stop advancing, looking around. There, Medela saw Lin Yuan in midair. Although they were a little far apart, Medela could see clearly. He saw Lin Yuan's human face, but behind him was a pair of devil wings. A good idea suddenly came to Medela's mind. He pretended to be unable to see clearly and put on a show in front of Lin Yuan. So, with a humble expression, he shouted loudly, "I don't know what I did to anger you, please forgive me, I will pay attention." As the saying goes, you should do your best to act. Medela positioned himself as a foolish vampire who wanted to climb up the social ladder, and took the initiative to greet Lin Yuan. This confused Lin Yuan. This guy must be crazy, I killed so many of his men, and he still asked if I had offended him in some way, a masochist. Lin Yuan was confused. And then Lin Yuan glanced at the wings behind him and suddenly realized. I think I understand a little bit. This person must have thought I was on the devil's side. After figuring out the key to the problem, Lin Yuan's eyes turned and he came up with a good idea. He took out a devil mask from his backpack and put it on. Lin Yuan flashed in front of Medela. What's your name? Lin Yuan's words were slightly low, with no room for doubt. At a close distance, Medela could feel that Lin Yuan was carrying an extremely pure aura of purgatory. Does this kid have treasures from purgatory? Medela's feeling was correct. The source of that breath was the heart of gluttony. This was the essence of the gluttonous demon god, possessing a portion of purgatory authority, and of course carrying the pure breath of purgatory. Medela felt it carefully. The breath on Lin Yuan's body was much purer than that of Benis in the demon castle. If he was put in purgatory, he would definitely be a high-class race with noble blood. Medela felt that the plan would go more smoothly. He lowered his head and spoke more humbly. My lord, my name is Medela, and I am a vampire. Vampire. It was the first time that Lin Yuan saw a vampire. He looked at Medela for a few seconds and then said. You guys were too noisy just now, and it affected my mood. Hearing this, Medela immediately apologized. My lord, I am truly sorry. I came here to attack under the orders of General Benis. I did not know you were here. If you are still angry, you can do whatever you want with my men.